all the social media attention, all the shares, the posts, the comments, the Instagram posts, the Facebook groups, all you guys that shared about Hugo being taken has done it. It worked. The peer pressure on the person who took him has worked wondered. Do you know why? Do you know why? He's back. He's back. No. I'm all excited, but I'm also extremely heartbroken because he's not very well. We'll go on to that one in a second or two. But first, massive thanks to everybody who did share the comments, put the posts on. In the original video where I said that he was taken, I said to the person who took him, I said, if you want to drop him back off, but not get known, just stick him in a sealed box, tape it over, knock on the door and run. And that's what happened. I got a knock on the door, I went out, bang, there's the box. No explanation, no notes, no nothing. I just heard the main door go and off he was gone. But that is Hugo, just there basking away. Now, like I said, he's not well. He's not well at all, bless him. Let's go and let you go. So there he is. There's Hugo, guys. Now, you're probably just going to see this camera angle for quite a bit while I explain all this. As you can tell, he's quite chunky. His belly is quite chunky. He's bloated. Now, the reason for that, I would imagine he's not been on any heat for the last 5 days that he's been missing. And what makes me say that is, the day that he was taken, he had a big rodent meal. He only gets a rodent meal once every 2 months or so, and he only gets small rodents, so rat pups, but he had 4 rat pups the day he was taken. So I would imagine his belly has started to ferment the rodents that are in there, and that's why he's so bloated. Either that, or he's just been fed an absolute ton. When he got dropped off, he was freezing cold. He, as you can tell right now, normally if I sit here, he's up at the glass, scratching the glass, and he's not. He's just laying there, basking away in the heat. So he's obtaining all the heat. Look at his arms just laying there. He is really, really lethargic. Unreal how lethargic he actually is, and to the point where I'm actually really concerned, and I hope he pulls through. With that fermenting rodent inside him, that's going to give him a really, really bad stomach, and it could cause a lot of internal problems. So I am really concerned about that. What I've done is, what I was planning on doing, if he did come back 5 days after his actual going missing, I was only going to use one bulb to slowly ramp up the heat into his enclosure to get him used to being back on heat. However, what I've done now, simply because of that belly, is I've just lifted the heat up ever so slightly so it's not as hot on top of the actual basking spot. And that's the way I mean, just look at his face. Poor Hugo, he's so unwell. He's got a couple of scrapes on his side. Can you see them ones that side? And you can see on the other side as well, he does have a few scrapes on him. And so yeah, basically the list is, he's bloated, really bloated. So I really hope he goes to the toilet very soon, or the heat helps him digest the food and it's not too late to cause any internal damage to him. Basically, he's very lethargic. I would assume that's because he's ice cold. He's not moving. He's not himself, if you know what I mean. I don't expect him to be himself, but it does seem as though he was off heat. Basically, he's just not had any heat. He's not had any light. He's not had the proper care. So I really do hope he pulls through. I've misted down his enclosure quite heavily to up the humidity inside the enclosure, because if he's not been in any quite decent setup, then he would not be able to obtain the humidity and the moisture in his body to be able to live, basically. So I've misted it down, I've bumped the humidity up in there, cleaned his water bowl out really well, so I'll know if he goes to the toilet, which I'm hoping he does go to the toilet within the next 24 hours. And that's basically it, guys. Hugo, amazing, he's back. He's not very well. I'm definitely going to leave him for 24 hours now. Let him absorb the heat, the rays. I'm going to leave his lights on for that little bit longer tonight, just an extra couple of hours, just that little bit of extra help. We'll see where we go from there. If there's no actual benefit, or he's not himself a little bit more over the next couple of days, we'll be getting a vet's visit. So I'm going to join you guys again tomorrow and give you another update on him tomorrow. See you in a second. Later that day, things are looking a bit better. He's now look, I mean, it's dark outside now. It's only about 5 PM here in the UK, but he is a bit more alert. I chucked a locust in there and he was proper looking at it. He wouldn't really chase it too much like he normally would, but he was alert. He could see it, he could know it was there. I did pick it up and give it to him, and he did eat it. That was in aid of trying to get a bit of movement going through his stomach to see if he could basically release that pent up fermented rodent that could be inside him. Now, if he can release it, even if it's not fully digested, I can get it out of him. It could start making him look a little bit better, just start making him feel a little bit better. He is a little bit dehydrated, so the way I've combated that is with that. That's the Swell Reptile misting system. You can see I've got it going all the way in, and it's going down onto him. Now, Savannah monitors do like a higher humidity, so this is just sort of getting him back to that extra humidity. And he does, see, there you go, he's just moved his head. He can hold his head up now. He is a lot more better. You can see him licking around, and yeah, he's getting there slowly and slowly and slowly. First night, you can see, oh, he's just gone down. Now he enters his hide into that back corner there and goes underneath this big slab here. How absolutely amazing. It's a big burrow that we've man-built under there, but we also keep the humidity up in there, solely because that's what they do in the wild. They go into the burrows to get the higher humidity. He has just this second, his lights have all just gone off, and he's just walked around there, straight underneath into his hide. I'm so happy that he's remembered to do something like that. So I'll keep another update on it tomorrow. It's all going to be in the same video, but fingers crossed, he is looking a bit more perkier. So it's the next day. Check it out. It snowed last night. So that's all fun and games, isn't it? It's my last day off work before I actually go back into work. So you know your man's going to be making snowball fights with the kids. I mean, there's a couple of kids out there now. I'm tempted to go and actually get some snowballs, launch them out the window at them, and just see if one goes. But Hugo, he woke up perfectly fine. He come out of his burrow down the back. There he is. Now, you know he's not 100% because he's not up at the glass now like he normally would be if he was generally used to be on camera. You can see one of the scuffs there on his side, which that'll be sorted. Oh, look at that, look, there you go. See how much more active he is. He's lethargic still, but he is. Oh, hello, mate. It's nice to see you back. Hello, mate. Yeah, so it's nice to see him a bit better. He is showing massive signs of improvement, but he's still not 100%. So it looks like we are going to miss a vet's visit. I still might take him to the vet just to get a checkup, but I'll wait until he's a bit more stronger before doing that. Because let's face it, we don't really want to be taking him out in weather like that. So Hugo, let's see, we're on day 4 now. Now the lighting's a little bit terrible, but you can see him down here. He's a lot more alert. Let's see what happens when we open the door. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh. So yeah, he's a lot more himself now, aren't you, mate? So there is a massive, massive improvement in him. His stomach has gone down a little bit. Now, I would assume he's just farted out the fermented gases that are in him, because he hasn't been to the toilet yet. So that is something we're going to do. Tomorrow we're going to feed him, but he has made massive, massive improvements. He really has. But for us here, Northern Exotics, for Hugo, thanks everybody for all your help. He's returned. He's getting better. I am so happy with all this. Thank you for all of your help, guys. Hugo thanks you, and so do I.